Showtime Lakers.
Jones wanted it, the Magic wants it more. Dribble behind the back. Oh, what a play! Slam!
85 Celtics.
Head to Bird to the trailer Ainge to Bird. They made it look easy.
96 Bulls.
Wire isolated, ripped by Pippen.
The current Golden State Warriors.
He's going to be a good one. Play perfect.
These are just a few teams that has been considered great teams throughout history. But I want to know today, who is the greatest team you have ever seen? I'm going to ask fans today, so stay tuned. All right, guys, I'm here with Jim. Jim has watched basketball for a very long time, I assume. So, Jim, we have a lot of great teams throughout history, but I want to know who is the greatest team you have ever seen play?
It would either be the Lakers or the Celtics, but I would have to say that the Boston Celtics were the greatest team I ever saw play.
You guys look for passes that other teams don't look for. You thread needles, and the guy's looking for the needle to be.
What year was it?
I don't remember the years. You know, when you say for a very long time, I've been watching basketball since the 70s, and I've just spent 4 literal days in a chair watching the NCAA finals, so I don't even know what day it is at this point. But I really don't remember the year. But everybody remembers the rivalry between Magic and Larry Bird, and it was just amazing to watch those teams play. And that's not to take anything away from watching, say, the Bulls play. But you know, the Bulls were more. If you got guys like Bird who would basically be laying on the sideline, total back pain, haven't been in a plaster cast for 3 days, and he'd get up and he'd score 26 points just because Magic hit the floor. It was a great rivalry, and those teams went back and forth for years each other. If they weren't in the finals playing each other, they were in the championship games.
Yeah, I remember the 85 Celtics you were referring to. They had Robert Parrish, Dennis Johnson, Kevin McHale, Danny Ainge. That team was really balanced as far as every position played what they were supposed to do.
Right, and Parrish was the ultimate big guy, totally quiet. You didn't even know what he was doing. At the end of the game, he'd have 10 and 10. It would be just like clockwork. I think he was one of the oldest players ever to play in the NBA, like 46 years old when he finally retired. So he was great. And you're right, it was great point guard. The whole team was great.
Well, Jim, I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
All right, Scott. Today's question is, I know you've probably been watching basketball for a while now. And we have seen many great teams throughout history.
Right.
But the question is, what is the greatest team you've ever seen play the game?
Wow. You got your Lakers in the 80s. You got your Bulls in the 90s. Whew. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a diehard Knicks fan, so didn't like the Bulls in the 90s. I'm just saying, man. I still got to be the Bulls. Because it was able to do it on a consecutive basis of back-to-back. Then, of course, you got your 6 rings. They did it 3. Mike wasn't there. Then came back and did another 3. So you gave him the 6. I was young, and I was young in my 90s, so I'm gonna have to go with the Bulls. Not a Bulls fan, but I'm going with the Bulls.
Well, I respect that. Because you're a Knicks fan, you don't have that hatred for the Bulls. You respect greatness.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can't deny 3 rings in a row. Then a break, then another 3 rings in a row. So it's hard to deny that. They stopped my team from getting a ring. So, just a little bit of hate in there, but, Bulls. But I would say a close second would be the Lakers. Showtime Lakers with Magic Johnson and the crew. Definitely that.
Now, what do you say, because now it's starting to be talk about the Warriors, the current Warriors team, as being the greatest team ever assembled.
Right.
What do you think about that?
Good question. They're there. But time will tell. Time will tell. Because, if they can pull it off again this year, then you can start. I would say you can start talking about them in that room. Yeah. But like I said, they got to pull it off this year. It's not do it 1 year, another year off, another year, then come back another year. Remember, the Bulls in the 90s did it back to back to back. Lakers kind of did it almost in that direction too. So, like I said, for me, time's going to tell. Can you pull it off this year? But I'm looking at a couple of teams that – in the West, I think they can knock them down. Definitely can knock them down. Everybody's talking about Houston. Maybe Houston, maybe Portland. So, like I said, time's going to tell. Time's going to tell. But if they pull it off, then, yeah, they got my vote. They got my vote as one of them teams that can go up back-to-back with it, too. Definitely not Cleveland, though. I think Cleveland's on a downfall. Personally, to me, I think Cleveland's on a downfall. So that's just my opinion, y'all. Sorry.
Scott, I appreciate it.
Not a problem, man. Not a problem, man. You know.
All right, guys, I'm here with Kurt. Kurt, I'm pretty sure you watched the game of basketball for a long time now.
Absolutely.
And you've seen great teams throughout history.
Yes, I have.
But I'm asking you today, who's the greatest team you ever seen play?
Over the last 3 years, I will go to Golden State Warriors.
Go nowhere. Not a hand on the ball. Durant blocked that. Draymond's leaking out. He catches. Touchdown!
They play team basketball better than I've seen, and I've seen a lot of basketball over maybe 45 years.
Whoa. So I've heard that we heard the Showtime Lakers. We heard the 85 Boston Celtics. We even heard the 96 Bulls. So it's really interesting hearing the fan who's watched the game so long recognize, even though it wasn't back in the day, there could be a team now that could be crowned as the greatest. What do you think? What do you think about people that at times they may not want to go with current because of past history?
Past history. Well, past history is what it is. That's all we have to compare the game to, the way it is played today. And the way it's played today is more team basketball. You don't need one superstar. You need team players to play as one. And Golden State Warriors do that on offense and defense. Can't beat it.
Well, Kurt, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, I'm here with Spencer. Spencer, here's the question for today. I know you've been watching basketball probably for a while. But the question is, who is the greatest team you've ever seen play?
Greatest team I've ever seen play would have to be the 2012 Miami Heat.
Tonight, Jason Terry, good defense. Wade from behind takes it away. Chalmers, Cole, dang!
Where they won, I think it was like 28 or 29 games in a row or something like that. And LeBron was just an absolute animal. I think he's the greatest of all time. And yeah, he had a great supporting cast and they were unstoppable.
Now I'm going to ask you right now, we have a team that has the greatest record of all time, was the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
You think that team is better than the Miami Heat team? And do you think that the Miami Heat team is better than that Golden State Warriors team right now?
Right now, I think they are, actually. Yeah, I think the Golden State Warriors are better. I mean, they were insane with just Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and then they got Kevin Durant as well. And I honestly don't think that LeBron team could beat this team.
Well, Spencer, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, guys, I'm here with Whimsicle. Whimsicle, I know you've been probably watching the game for a long time now, and you've seen great teams throughout history. But the question is, who do you think is the greatest team that you've ever seen play the game?
Are you talking about basketball or football?
Basketball.
That I saw in person. What year was when the Sixers and the Lakers played in the championship? What year was that? 2002? It was 2001? So I've always been a Kobe fan growing up. I'm from Brooklyn not only, but my aunt, I have a cousin, his name is Jason Dumas. He's a famous sports announcer. Okay. He lived in Bryn Mawr and Haverford. So Lower Merion was right on the corner, so we used to go see Kobe play. Growing up being a Kobe fan, now that I have my own, popsicle company, I built a relationship with AI. But it was unfortunately like I saw both of them play together on the court. I was able to go to the game that was in Philadelphia for the finals. My big brother took me. So those two teams was the greatest team that I ever personally saw with my own two eyes. Yeah.
Now, right now, we had the current Golden State Warriors team. We had some people that said they're the greatest team they've ever seen play. Do you think that that Shaq and Kobe team would pretty much just demolish this Warriors team?
Of course, Shaq and Kobe would definitely demolish them. Definitely. No ifs, ands, or buts. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like Draymond Green is their toughest player with the most heart. But not, it's not as physical, like, just talent on the court, but I'm just saying he has heart. So I feel like back in the day, some of the other guys would have just took his heart, took all their heart, So I think that the Shaq and Kobe team is way better than all the teams that Golden State have right now.
All right, guys, I heard from them. Now I want to hear from you. Who is the greatest team you've ever seen play the game? Let me know down in those comments below. Give this video a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel right there. If you missed my last video, guys, it talks about who is the next best player in the NBA. You can check that out right there. And as always, I will see you guys look at the eye blinking, in the next video.